Motivation is the engine, right? It's the engine that drives the vehicle of our goals. And it's really what gets us on the road to realizing our full potential, right? So motivation is the engine that drives the vehicle of our goals, and it gets us on the road to realizing our full potential. For me, that's important. Most of my goals are long-term goals. I have a lot of short-term goals, a lot of them. But usually my short-term goals tie together so that they can then add value to my long-term goals. So if you think about trying to do something amazing, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And because it's a marathon, it's so important for you and I to stay motivated, essentially to stay energized. So everything that we do in life is the result of motivation. Everything. Yeah. Everything that you and I do is derived and driven by motivation. So there's an interesting thought by Dennis Waitley. He says that motivation is this force. That's a good word, right? Really built around physics and energy. But he says it's the force that moves us into action. Right? It's an energy that moves us into action, right? It gives us energy, it gives us direction, and it gives us persistence. That's what this force does. So when you think about what motivation is, it's a force. It gives you and me energy, direction, and persistence. Energy, direction, and persistence. That's huge. I love that. Because when you really think about it, there's something I can do. So one of the worst uses of our emotional energy is when we focus our mind's attention and our heart's affection and all our other faculties on something we can't control. That is the worst situation to ever be in. That I am being forced to work on something that I can't even control. So it's important for us to focus all our energies on the things we can control. And so when it comes to motivation, that's our advantage. We get an opportunity to focus on something that we can control. All our clients, when we have conversations, I tell them all the time, it's wasted energy if you're spending time talking about or working on things you can't control. If we pour that same level of energy, we pour that same amount of fuel into the fire of something we can control, think about what we could do. Think about the places where we can win. So here's my first, not real tip, because the tips are coming next, but here's one of my thoughts that I want you to take with you. And maybe I should ask it as a question. Where are you putting your energy? As a leader, as a mom, as a dad, as a friend, as a neighbor, as a son, as a daughter, where are you putting your energy? Because wherever it is that you and I put our energy, that's where the fire will consume everything around us. I want the fire in my life to consume or to be consumed by the most important things. And for me, those most important things are the things I can control. So I want to focus solely on the things I can control. Because if I'm focusing on the things that I can't control, then we have a problem. So even when you and I are faced with failure and mistakes and even discouragement, it's this drive, this force that'll keep us going.